she from?
About 3 minutes away from here. She works for a chiropractor, and they've been open. So
really? The whole time? Wow.
They say they're essential.
Yeah, oh, really?
Morning.
Uh-oh.
Sheri?
Hello. Good morning.
How are you?
Can you hear me? I guess you can. Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Jackie. I can't see you.
Oh, you can't. Let me see. Let me start video. Hold on. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you now. I can hear you now. I can see you now. I guess that's the new thing. It's not, can you hear me now? It's, can you see me now?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know we are going to be missing Judy Fannin today because she is, our minister can't do his morning devotional today. So she's going to be leading that on Zoom. So she's not going to be with us. And I think Tim Williams is joining us today. I think Jim in California is joining us today, really, really early in the morning for him.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah.
There goes my music. Hang on.
Okay.
Can you guys hear the music, or is it too loud?
We can hear it.
Okay. Yeah, because one time I had it and it was like way too loud. And I don't know if Debbie is joining us today, and I guess that's it. So did you guys take a look at the reading materials I sent out?
I did.
I got the picture. I got the picture, so.
Oh, okay.
I didn't read anything, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I thought we'd go over this today. And I think, I'm thinking in the future, I may have like a guest artist join us. Jeannie, what do you think? Do you think Chris Leeper might join us to talk about like a topic or just his experiences in the art world maybe?
He might before his classes take up again.
Yeah, because it's probably going to be a while. Although
I know he does.
Oh, go ahead.
I know he has Monday classes, but I don't know when he plans on starting up again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Mom was hoping maybe he'd start again and have them outside, even like outside his house, so we could distance.
She actually sent me a message yesterday.
What's that?
Oh, nice. Your mom actually sent me a message yesterday and said that.
Oh my goodness. She must be getting bored or lonely.
That's cute.
Here. Oh, and today's, I'm supposed to mention this, today's still life is courtesy of Chris, the boyfriend, who suggested using the muffins, the orange, and his cup of coffee to design this.
Well, that's good.
Yes. So this is his still life. Oh, here's Debbie.
Okay.
And there's Tim. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's connecting to the audio. Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I am better than I deserve.
Oh, that's not true. Turn this up.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Debbie. Good morning. There goes my music again. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to use a new feature on this today. I'm going to use the screen share thing. Let's see how that goes. We're going to talk about the two articles that I sent out. One, that's not it. We're going to talk about deliberate practice first.
Ah, there, I got it now.
You guys can see that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I downloaded this article. I was, do you guys get those news feeds from like Google and stuff in the mornings if you log on? I get that. Well, one of the ones that came up in mine was about deliberate practice, and it was talking about a golfer and how he improved his golf game not by just playing all the time, but practicing very deliberately, and working on any shortcomings in his game.
I got it.
And that's how he got really good, is deliberately practicing certain aspects of the game and not spending as much time maybe on the golf course as much quality time. So I wondered, I'm like, well, that sounds like a really good concept for art. Has anybody written about that for art? And of course, if I think of it, 50 million other people in the world have thought of the concept too. So this is the concept of deliberate practice in art. And this one's written by a watercolorist, but she talks about, and I think this was the best thing I got out of the article. It's, I printed this out for myself somewhere. Oh, here. The key is to practice deliberately. Understanding what makes a good painting is important. And a lot of the concepts we've been going over, like don't be afraid of the dark. When we have the darks and lights, that's something that makes a better painting, I think. Getting your drawing right, and we'll talk about that in a minute, in the beginning of your painting, not trying to correct it later, is going to make your painting easier and probably better for you in the end. And we've also talked about composition. When you've got a good composition to start out with, I think you're going to be a lot happier in the end. So if you critically look at the things that you're doing and seeing, what am I having a problem with? I notice, and I have this too, a lot of us have problems with our drawing skills. We have trouble drawing things in the shape that they actually, as we see them, with the actual curving of like the bottoms of this plate. A lot of times we want to flatten that out because we see a flat bottom in our mind, but really there's a big giant curve here. So a lot of us need to work on our drawing skills more. But what makes us good in the end is the accumulation of the skills, building one skill at a time, building on our drawing skills. Once we've done that, once we're able to do that easier, we can move on to maybe learning color theory a little better. It's the building of skills over time. And the thing about deliberate practice is when you're thinking about, today I want to get that drawing just right, I'm going to do a good drawing if nothing else. We build on that, and then when we move on to the next skill, we're better. And I guess where I was going with that, but instead of, and I guess the difference is, instead of just painting every day, and we do want to paint every day, but painting every day kind of mindlessly and never getting any better, and not thinking about how we can improve isn't going to make us a better artist. When we deliberately think about certain areas which we could improve in and work on those. And that's why I send out all these articles, and I send you guys videos if you've been in my live class, is because we need to work on certain little things about our painting, and each little thing we work on adds up. So deliberate practice. So the next time you're painting, maybe focus on an area where you're not as comfortable. Maybe work on something that's outside of your comfort zone. Even if you're comfortable with these still lifes, maybe take up a landscape and push your limits a little bit and see, what am I struggling with? I'm struggling with drawing that tree, So, look up some articles on tree drawing. Watch a video. There's tons of free ones out there. But take it a little piece at a time, and I think those little pieces are going to add up. So there's our discussion on deliberate practice. And then yay! So keep building on those little skills, little by little, and putting them together. And then I did this one on still life techniques about drawing, because if our drawing isn't right, if we're not happy with our drawing in the beginning, sometimes it's really hard to correct the problem later. And then we end up really frustrated with our painting, and we may throw it away. So we don't want any throwaways. So it's good to take time to get your pencil drawing right in the beginning. If you're working in like watercolor, or if you're working in acrylics or oils, I usually sketch those in with my paintbrush rather than drawing it on the canvas. But it's perfectly okay to draw on the canvas too if you want, and starting an acrylic or a watercolor. But this picture here is a good demonstration of drawing like a cylinder, like a cup. And I guess I'll draw out one real quickly. With the cup in our still life, what you can do, and this works pretty well to get, let me put it out here, to get a rounded top. Can you all see? Can you see what I'm drawing?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
I usually mark out the edges, like where I see them here. There's an edge here and here. There's a top, and I mark that in. And I see a bottom edge right about there. Mark that in. I can't see the bottom of my cup, so I'm gonna, I don't know, guesstimate it down here. But then what you can do from there is you can draw an X. Can't see the bottom there. Okay, and from there, you can draw a box. I know this is tedious, but if you do it enough, at least for me, it got me working a little better. And then you can draw an X. And that gives you the outlines for the top of your mug. So from there, you can draw an oval.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less on point. Actually, I made mine a little wide, but you get the idea. And then where your bottom is, and I guesstimated that right about here, you can do the same thing. It's a little harder to do because in a solid figure like this mug, you're not going to see that back edge. You kind of got to guesstimate that in. But you can do the same thing. And this mug tapers a bit, so your edges are going to be down here. So there is your bottom. And then you can bring in your edges here. And then, like this article says, you see I've constructed my basic mug here, and I can erase out all the extra lines I stuck in. And then this artist here has drawn in, you can see the fruit in the pictures, and you can do that in this one, sketching in, say, the tops of your muffins, right in there, and just using basic shapes for those. But yeah, for solid figures, this technique works pretty well to make you do that rounded shape instead of a flat shape like we want to do a lot of times. Anyway, so this artist moves on and adds some things to his composition, and then erases these out in pencil. The key is, though, get it right in pencil the first time. Get your original sketch just like you want it, and then move on. But don't move on until you're happy with your sketch, because a lot of times, like I said, it's hard to fix it later, and you end up, if you're working in acrylics or oils, layering and layering and layering to fix the problem you created. And in watercolor, sometimes you just you have a really hard time correcting that. So I think it's helpful to get your drawing right the first time, and that's it. So there's the articles. Any issues, questions, anything anybody has to bring up? There we go.
Okay.
Hi, Key. I see you're here. Okay, let's get started, if you haven't already.
After all these years, I still have problems with my ellipse sometimes.
I do too. And I look at it later, I'm like, oh, Sheri, why didn't you take time with that?
So that's a good hint.
I like that one. Even, like I said, even though it's kind of tedious, it works. So I'm not going to be able to fit everything on on my page because I made everything kind of bigger, but that's okay.
That's my problem when we paint plein air. I sketch too big. You wouldn't think I would, being a miniature artist, but
Congratulations on your featured video, by the way.
oh, thank you. I was so surprised. She sent me this email and said, go check this out.
You have an email? Jeannie has an email? A video? Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
On
Jeannie had some work accepted into the Seaside International Miniature Art Show. Is that correct, Jeannie?
Yeah, that's correct.
And
And
it just opened in Nags Head, North Carolina. And they've done at least one promotional video about it on YouTube, and they featured one of Jeannie's paintings in it. It's a nice little video. It has a short history of miniature painting. Maybe I can show it to you guys. Let's see. We're gonna go to. See if this comes up. Ah, here it is.
That's wonderful.
I don't know if this is going to share with audio or not.
Beautiful.
There it goes.
Was it a live model?
Is that audio on, you guys?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
I didn't think so. I think what I have to do. Let's see. I think what I need to do. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if I can do this.
Welcome to the 29th International Miniature Art Show. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the history as to how miniature art came about. It started to gain popularity, become well known more in the 16th century. And King Henry VIII was part of that. What he would do is that he wanted to find out what the ladies would look like, that the ones that he was thinking about getting married to. So he had his favorite miniature artists go out into the world, and they would do these wonderful little portraits of his intended and bring them back for him to see, for him to make decisions on. Well, the idea of all these beautiful little portraits caught on with his court. And so miniature art was really a way for people to share portraits of their loved ones and people that they knew, much like we do photographs today. Now, the French took it a little bit further because the French didn't want their wives to find out who their mistresses were, so they only would have their eyes painted. So you can find antique miniature paintings of just a person's eye, and that's usually why. So today, in honor of the start of miniature art, I'd like to share some of the miniature paintings in our show that feature people. Now, this is a beautiful little one by Kathleen Martinetto called The Patriot, and this is oil on ivorine. And I think this is just so appropriate now, and it's a great way to honor all of our veterans and the people that go out and protect our freedoms, and I thank you for that. But this is a great way to honor them. Then, of course, you know, lovely ladies always make a perfect painting. And here's a beautiful young lady. You can see the folds in the material. It's almost like it just shimmers. She's gorgeous. And last but not least for today, this one is called Woman with a Golden Veil by Marquisa Tuliotis. And I hope I haven't slaughtered her name. But here's to you. This is the title of this piece. It's a great oil painting by Jeannie Gordon. So with this, please go to seasideart.com. Enjoy our 29th International Miniature Art Show. You can see it all online, relax, and enjoy yourself. And thank you for joining us for our 29th International Miniature Art Show.
There we go.
Thank you, Sheri. Thanks, Sheri.
Great.
Great.
That was, yes, that was super.
She's one of the few people that put her art shows online, and she usually has a lot of sales. I don't know about this year with people watching their money, but everybody should think about doing that. And there's usually over 500 pieces there.
Wow. Wow, wow.
From
You know
all
how
over
many-
the world.
Do you know how many pieces there are this year, Jeannie?
I don't, right offhand, I could find out. But, I mean, they're from all over the world, England, South Africa, Australia. I think it said 36 states and 9 countries or something like that. I'll have to check it out again.
Wow.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
did a great
open.
job.
I didn't open the whole show website yet to check it out, Jeannie, but I will.
Yeah. And some of them go for over $1,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the big time. The big time of art.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, Jeannie's in the big show.
So what is your inspiration then? Do you have a picture of him?
Yes, my husband and I do 18th century reenacting, and he's one of our friends that he lives in West Virginia, and he's actually portraying an English gentleman, but although he looks like a pirate, and he is quite a character. He is funny, and my husband had gone on a rendezvous and come home with this picture of him, and I said, "Oh, I need that picture."
I need to draw that. Yes. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of rules for miniature art, but I like it. Shut that door.
There goes my coffee pot. Go ahead. I'm going to start with the blue mug today. I'm going to be going with an overall like blue and orange palette, mixing a lot of blues and oranges together for this because I think those are our primary colors, other than the green plate I threw in for fun. What about our music? So this is going to be my primary palette of stuff today. I've got a very bright red, like a kind of a neutral yellow color, maybe a little warm, a yellow ochre, and 3 different shades of blue, warm blue, a cool blue, and I don't know what to call the other one, but 3 different shades of blue. That's primarily what I'm going to be working with today. And I take that back. I'm going to add a little purple to my palette as well. Tim, are you working from our picture today, or are you painting something different?
I'm texting it to you right now.
Oh, okay.
So just check your phone. You'll see it in a little bit.
Okay. I'll keep watching for it.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, it should be getting to you in a minute.
I think it's here. Hang on.
Okay.
Ah, I see it. Very nice. Is that what you're working on now, Tim, or you finished that and you're doing something else?
Yeah, I'm pretty much finished with it now. So
Oh, okay.
Start on
Great
something else.
job.
I did a little work on it yesterday too.
Are you liking the coloring option?
Yeah, I am. It just forces me to shut up and color.
Well, it's coloring, I think, is very relaxing. I was looking to maybe get some more flowers to paint today, and I noticed our neighbors have some beautiful flowers out. However, um, their dog, they got a large Labrador. It's not very old. They got it back in the fall. It ate their flowers.
Oh, no.
Our neighbor ordered these beautiful rose or tulips, and she's got different flowers. And I went over to ask about them, and here the dog had eaten most of them. I'm like, oh no. I can't imagine they taste good.
No, neither can I.
Maybe next week I'll get us some flowers. I don't know.
The only thing blooming is the lilacs in our yard.
Oh, you have lilacs? I don't have any.
Yeah, and they smell good. This makes me want to bake muffins.
Yeah,
Sitting here looking-
and they're sugar-free, Jackie.
Do ya?
They're sugar-free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you must thank Chris for giving us all this pattern.
Yes, on the
Yes. Isn't this great?
Yeah, it
Chris,
is.
the class is thanking you.
And my contribution to the arts.
He said that was his
Yeah.
contribution to the arts. Uh-huh.
Oh boy, he's good.
Chris is actually a good photographer, and he's been trying to capture the wildlife outside lately.
You got to really be aware of what's going on when you take a picture. It's
Yeah.
just way beyond me. If you get a chance, Sheri, send me that recipe.
Oh, okay, let me see. Hang on.
You're so good. How you can do so many things at one time is way beyond me.
It's not that hard.
Aw. Look at all your recipes. Woo.
Okay, this is the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Oh. This is it right here.
Wow. Thank you so much.
It comes in a box. You add the oil and the eggs and you mix it and you bake it. So there you go.
Wonderful. That is perfect.
I should have put the box in the painting maybe.
It looks very homegrown.
Oh, how deceitful.
That's it.
No, I do like, making things from scratch, but a lot of the sugar-free recipes are just awful out there. And they
Oh,
says
that's
that they taste, because you're using artificial sweeteners and stuff, they have that funky taste to them. But the
doughy.
mixes seem
Very
to come
doughy,
out
yeah.
better.
Oh, good.
And they do have recipes that use the sugar-free cake mixes as a base for them. And so those turn out a little better than just the recipes I've tried totally from scratch.
That's cool.
Yeah, I need to mix a green for my plate. So Chris gets to go back to work on Tuesday, tomorrow. They're calling people back to the plant in Monaca,
All right.
cracker plant. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So his vacation is over.
Yes. Well, at least he's going to be making some money.
Yeah.
Do you know of anything else opening up around here?
I do not. I saw that whole China is closing, or they're laying off. They're laying off, not closing, but laying off 40 people, which is
Right.
disappointing.
Because they were sold. Yeah.
Right.
So
Aren't dentist offices supposed to be opening today?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
I have an appointment Tuesday for a dentist, and they usually call. They're really good about calling. Dr. Moore's office.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I haven't heard.
You leaving? Oh dear. Oh. Don Shula passed away, sadly.
I just saw that.
Yeah. The longtime coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Right. Huh. My husband's watching old golf games. He's so desperate.
Oh, I had one on yesterday.
Did you?
Yes. Well, you know,
What
there
does he
hasn't
do?
been much on.
Nothing.
The Youngstown station's going to be playing Cleveland Indian games from that.
Are they?
Yeah, from that winning streak they had like 3 years ago. They won like.
Yes. Well, that's something.
Yeah, I just miss listening to Tom Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. You get used to the voices, don't you?
Yeah, I like his home run and strikeout calls.
Yeah. It's just comforting to hear those voices, you know. I always listen to like Lanny Fratteri with the Pirates, and you know, you get used to the voices.
Don't even have to watch then, huh?
I love radio sports, you know. I hope it's not a dying thing.
My husband talked to an old associate of his. He's working in Youngstown, and they're really badly hit with the virus. And his mother worked at a nursing home, and she got it.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, she was an administrator at the nursing home. So she's, I don't know, just must be in the air. I don't know.
Wow.
What?
when I see it's May the 4th be with you day, like TBS is playing Star Wars movies like all day and all evening.
Wow. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow.
I know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of, I was never a big Star Wars fan.
Me
Yeah,
neither. Me neither.
been around forever.
I know.
Neighbor across the street must cut his grass every 2 days. Just wears me out.
Oh, goodness. I think everyone was out, I think, Saturday, because
Oh, yes.
yesterday I think was nicer than expected. So
Yes.
everyone was out Saturday.
Gorgeous.
Like you said, Sherry, draw it right the first time. I keep playing with the shape of my little plate. It was kind of wobbly job.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's one of those seconds, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
How's everybody doing?
Just about done. How about you? You're all
Yay.
done?
What's that? I need to do more with my jar here, but it's still wet.
I know. Here's mine.
Oh, very nice. Oh,
Thank
Jackie,
you.
you're getting better all the time. Great job.
Oh, I walk past it. It's in my bedroom, and I keep doing more to it. It's just always you see something else you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. But you're doing such great work, and I had to look back and compare something that you were doing earlier this year to what you showed me last week. I'm like, oh my goodness, you're just improving by
Wow.
leaps and bounds, really.
It's really, yeah, it's coming to me. Yay!
Yay.
Yay! So are we just about done?
Yeah, it's about 20 after, so and I'm kind of in an impasse here, I think. I'm
Okay,
close to done on mine.
I'll keep working.
Yeah.
Then-
How about you, Jeannie?
I'm going to keep working, but here,
Oh, that's
Here it is.
pretty. Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, Jeannie, that's very nice. Good job.
Love your muffins.
Yay.
My muffins. Yay. Good
Well,
job.
don't forget to share with me what you finished today.
Okay.
okay.
Key, you can email me what you do if you want. And
Okay.
Debbie, you know how to text or send it to me on Facebook Messenger. That's fine. And I already have Tim's. He's just been
Yeah.
listening, I think. So
I'm
there you go.
I'm struggling with the muffins.
I know, me too. I know.
It's like
Yeah,
I
those
have
are
no
harder.
idea how to make the crusty part of it. It's just mine look like blobs. I don't even show it to you.
Oh no, I'm sure it's fine, Key.
Yeah. So
They look there.
that was a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's good to push your limits, I think, because it is a harder subject, I think. So it's good. I'm going to think about having maybe a guest artist with us for a little bit next week, if they'll do it, just for some fun and games. And yeah, do share with me what you do. And I've got an oil painting in progress, Jeannie, that I just started yesterday. So I'll have to show you what I'm doing with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys all have a great day and keep
Thank
painting
you.
this week and send what you finish, okay? We're gonna wrap it up. I'll talk to you guys
Sherry.
later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Deb.
Bye, Deb.
Bye.